If you're over 60, there's a strong chance your daily posture is silently undermining your spine health. That nagging stiffness in your back, the gradual loss of balance, even persistent fatigue. These symptoms are often signs of something deeper. The cumulative damage from common posture habits that most seniors don't even realize they're doing. I'm speaking to you today as an experienced physical therapist who has worked with hundreds of seniors over the past 25 years. And let me be clear, posture isn't just about looking upright. It's a cornerstone of how your muscles, joints, and spine support your body. Unfortunately, many of my patients come in after months or years of worsening pain, only to discover it was rooted in posture mistakes they made every single day. This issue is far more widespread than most realize. Posture-related spine damage creeps in slowly, and by the time it's noticeable, the wear and tear may already be advanced. But here's the good news. Awareness is the first step. When you know what to avoid, you can start protecting your spine immediately. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 6 of the most dangerous posture habits I see wrecking seniors' spines. We'll count down from them all the way to the single most critical one at number 1, and I urge you to stay with me until the end. That final point could be the turning point for your back health. Let's get started. Item number 6. Sitting on soft, sinking furniture. Many people over 60 love the comfort of a plush recliner or a well-worn sofa, but there's a hidden danger here. Soft, deep furniture that lets you sink in often causes your pelvis to tilt backward, flattening your lower back and removing vital support from your spine. Why is this harmful? When your lumbar curve collapses, your spine loses its natural shock absorption. That places stress on your discs, overstretches supporting ligaments, and weakens postural muscles. Over time, this leads to chronic back pain, reduced flexibility, and an increased risk of spinal misalignment. In my clinic, I often see seniors who spend hours in recliners and wonder why their lower back aches when they get up. They've unknowingly been compressing their spine in a misaligned position for years. Here's what to do. Instead, choose chairs that support the natural curve of your spine, firmer seats, with proper lumbar support. You can also use a small, firm pillow at the base of your back to maintain the curve, and aim to get up and move at least every 30 minutes, even if it's just for a short walk or some gentle stretches. Ignoring this habit leads to muscle atrophy and a higher chance of developing sciatica or spinal stenosis. Correcting it keeps your spine aligned and muscles engaged, improving comfort and long-term health. Let's move on. Item number 5. Leaning forward while standing or walking. You may not even realize you're doing this, but take a moment. When you walk or stand, do your shoulders tend to round forward? Does your head jut out in front of your chest? This forward-leaning posture is one of the most common habits I correct in seniors, and it's more dangerous than it looks. When your head shifts just an inch forward of your shoulders, the pressure on your neck and spine increases dramatically. Muscles that should be relaxed become overworked, and your center of gravity shifts, making you more prone to falls. One client of mine, a very active 72-year-old, came to me after falling twice in 2 months. Her balance tests were normal, but her posture told the real story. That habitual forward lean had made her unstable on her feet without her realizing it. What's the fix? Practice posture resets throughout the day. Stand tall with your ears over your shoulders over your hips. Imagine a string pulling you upward from the crown of your head. Gentle posture drills against a wall can retrain your body awareness and help correct this tendency. The benefit? Not only better balance, but reduced strain on your back and neck, and more confidence in your stride. Let's keep going. Item number 4. Crossing your legs. When sitting for long periods, it's a habit so many of us fall into, crossing one leg over the other while seated. It may feel comfortable or even refined, but this simple posture can quietly twist your pelvis and spine out of alignment over time. Here's why that matters. When you repeatedly cross your legs, especially always in the same direction, you're placing uneven pressure on your hips and lower back. This misaligns the pelvis, causing compensations in the spine and weakening the muscles that keep your posture stable. In my therapy sessions, I've worked with many seniors who develop chronic hip pain or spinal asymmetry without any major injury. When we trace the problem back, leg crossing is often a major culprit, repeated thousands of times over years. What should you do instead? Keep your feet flat on the ground, knees at a 90-degree angle. Use a small footrest if your chair is too tall. If you find yourself instinctively crossing your legs, switch to crossing at the ankles instead. It's far less destabilizing for the spine. The consequences of ignoring this: you risk developing muscular imbalances and joint strain that worsen mobility and lead to postural decline. Small changes here make a big difference over time. Let's correct another common habit. Item number 3, looking down at devices, the tech neck problem. Phones, tablets, e-readers, they've become part of our daily lives, even in our senior years. But how often are you looking down at your device with your neck craned forward? This posture creates what we call tech neck, and it's become one of the fastest growing sources of upper back and neck pain, even in older adults. Why is this dangerous? For every inch your head moves forward, the load on your cervical spine nearly doubles. That's 20-30 extra pounds of pressure your neck wasn't built to sustain. Over time, this leads to discompression, pinched nerves, and painful tension headaches. One gentleman I worked with, age 68, had constant neck stiffness and shoulder pain that disrupted his sleep. We traced it to 2 hours a night reading on his tablet in bed, head down, shoulders slumped. Once we adjusted his habits, the pain dramatically reduced within weeks. Here's how to fix it. Always raise your device to eye level, whether it's a book, phone, or tablet. Use a pillow stand, adjustable holder, or simply bring the device up with your hands. Keep your shoulders back and neck tall while reading or browsing. This simple adjustment can relieve years of pressure and protect your cervical spine from long-term wear. We're heading into the most crucial mistakes now. Item number 2, standing with locked knees or hyperextended joints. Now here's a posture habit that's easy to miss, but incredibly harmful over time: standing with your knees completely locked back or your hips pushed forward. This might feel like you're standing tall, but in reality, you're removing your muscles from the equation and dumping all your weight onto your joints and spine. When your knees lock out, your pelvis often tips forward or backward unnaturally. This strains the lumbar spine, disengages your core, and can even contribute to knee and hip degeneration. In the clinic, I can spot this right away. I had one client, age 74, who always stood with her hips pushed forward, knees locked tight. She thought it was just good posture, but she was actually increasing spinal compression and destabilizing her core. The fix? Slightly soften your knees when standing. Not a deep bend, just a micro bend. Engage your thighs and gently pull your abdominal muscles in. This slight change encourages your muscles to do their job supporting you, taking pressure off your joints. It may feel odd at first, but over time your spine and hips will thank you. You'll stand taller, feel lighter, and protect your body from unnecessary wear. Now we've arrived at the most critical habit, the one I see causing the most preventable damage in seniors. Item number 1, neglecting core engagement throughout the day. And now we've arrived at number 1. This is the habit I see causing the most preventable harm in my senior patients, and it's one that often goes completely unnoticed. Neglecting core engagement throughout the day. Most people associate the core with exercise, crunches, planks, maybe some yoga moves. But here's what most don't realize. Your core isn't just for workouts. It's the dynamic center of your body that stabilizes every single movement, sitting, standing, walking, lifting, even breathing. When your core muscles, especially the deep stabilizers like the transverse abdominis, are weak or inactive, your spine loses its natural support structure. Think of it like trying to stack blocks on jelly instead of a strong base. You start to over-rely on passive structures, your spine, ligaments, and joints, which leads to breakdown, pain, and instability. The consequences are serious. Chronic low back pain, balance problems, spinal disc injuries, even increased fall risk. All of these often trace back to a disengaged core. One client, an 81-year-old woman, came in with severe lumbar pain and difficulty walking. She'd never had a back injury, but her core was nearly inactive. Years of not engaging it, especially while sitting and walking, had left her spine unsupported. With targeted retraining and posture work, she regained strength, reduced her pain, and is now walking confidently again. So what should you do? You don't need to do sit-ups or join a gym. The most powerful step is to reconnect with your core during daily life. When sitting, sit tall, gently draw your belly button inward. Imagine zipping up your spine. When standing or walking, lightly engage your abdominal wall as if bracing gently, not holding your breath, just stabilizing. Practice core check-ins multiple times a day while brushing your teeth, cooking, waiting in line. Make it a habit and consider adding simple core-focused movements to your routine, like seated marches, pelvic tilts, or standing leg lifts with balance support. Just 5 to 10 minutes a day can create lasting change. This habit is the foundation of healthy posture, and when ignored, it's the fastest way to spinal dysfunction. But when reclaimed, it unlocks balance, strength, and renewed confidence in movement. What you've just learned isn't just a list of bad habits. It's a roadmap to reclaiming your spinal health and vitality. Each of these posture patterns might seem small, even harmless, but over time, they quietly add up, draining your strength, stressing your spine, and robbing you of the freedom to move without pain. But here's the empowering truth. Your spine can change. It can heal. And the decisions you make each day, how you sit, stand, move, and engage your core, are the building blocks of that transformation. I want you to remember, it's never too late. Whether you're 60, 70, or well into your 80s, your body responds to care, attention, and smarter habits. You don't need to overhaul your life. Just start with awareness. Begin catching yourself when you lean forward or when you slump into that recliner. Start adding core check-ins to your day. These micro habits build up just like the bad ones did. Only now they're working in your favor. As an experienced physical therapist, I've seen too many seniors struggle unnecessarily, but I've also seen remarkable turnarounds simply by correcting these habits. Let this be your turning point. Which of these posture habits surprised you most? Or which one are you committing to change first? Let us know in the comments below. Your story could help someone else. If you found this information vital, please like, share, and subscribe to stay connected with more life-changing health insights. This is your physical therapist from Stronger After 60, reminding you, stand tall, move smart, and take pride in every step forward. Your spine will thank you.